A lot has changed in the life of an elementary school student from just a decade or even a few years ago. Today we'll go inside a day in the life of an elementary student here in Huntley 158.
I'm Jessica Lombard, Associate Superintendent.
And I'm Scott Rose, Superintendent. Welcome to Huntley 158 today. Today we're going to dive into a day in the life of an elementary student. We have Mr. Iddings and Ms. Van Hiel from Leggee to take us on a tour of what our students go through on a daily basis.
So Mr. Iddings, you have been the principal of the K-5 building at Leggee for a number of years now. Can you take us through what a typical day looks like for one of our elementary students?
Sure. Besides the normal reading, writing, math, social studies, science, those are all your typical part of the day. We also have specials for all the students. They all have art, music, they have PE every day. So besides the regular academics that the students go through in a regular school day, they have a lot of opportunities to work in groups, to learn those social skills that will help them down the road in life as they learn to work with each other.
So Ms. Van Hiel, can you tell us a little bit about what a student experiences on a daily basis?
Beyond the rigor of the Common Core standards and all the strategies embedded in them in reading and math, they learn to become critical thinkers and problem solvers to help them prepare to be 21st century learners. They learn to become friendships, to become good friends, to work cooperatively, to be flexible. Some of the kids that are natural leaders have opportunities to become listeners. Some of the kids that are quieter have the opportunities to become leaders through group work, through real-world problem solving, project-based learning, at all grade levels.
Technology has certainly changed over the years, and you really see how that's changed in the classroom. Do you want to talk to us about how children use technology on a day-to-day basis?
Well, I think technology has been important for not just the students, but teachers as well. It's been a very effective way for us to track data. We use it as tools to differentiate instruction. Even more than that, it's become a global resource for the kids. They are now connected globally to problem solve and see how their learning impacts outside the classroom. For example, they have author studies, author conversations. They can interview authors for books that are meaningful to them. In science, they study habitats, and now we can take them beyond books and just reading about them and reading about adaptations and habitats. They can actually observe animals in their natural habitat globally and see how it impacts them and how they adapt to them.
Mr. Iddings, school sounds so much different than what it was when I was in elementary. Is it really something new each day for our students, or is it a mundane experience for them?
I think with the advent of technology being so available to the students in the classroom, I think not only their experience with what their plans are, provided by the teachers, I think what they are capable of accessing in terms of information and experiences, you could have a different, every day you could learn something different. Every day could be a different experience. It's not like what we used to see when we would walk into the classroom. You'd be sitting at your table or your desk with your books in your notepad, and you're in rows. It's not like that anymore. Students are experiencing learning throughout the day.
And I'd like to piggyback off of that, because even though they're learning similar strategies and similar skills throughout the grade levels, every day through the ability to discover, through the resources available to them through 158, they are always discovering new things and taking their learning to a higher level.
Mr. Iddings, you get to see these kiddos for 6 years. Tell us about the growth from when they come in that first day of kindergarten to that last day of 5th grade before they head on out to middle school.
Right, those first 2 days of kindergarten are two of the best days of the school year, because these little 5-year-old children are coming in and they are amazed at what they see, because there are so many students around them. There are so many things to look at, but they're also sometimes a little bewildered and just not sure what to expect. And then as you watch them progress through the grades through first and second, and you see them become more confident, you see them establish those friendships, you see them establish those relationships with the staff throughout the building. Because a lot of them, they do see the teaching supports that we have throughout the building. They see them year to year. You see them grow as people. You know, Ms. Van Hiel, she teaches 3rd grade. She'll have her students that one year, and then because of where their classrooms are, that following year, she'll see her former 3rd graders walk through, say hi to them, check in with them, and then when they're in 5th grade, same thing. So, you know, she'll be able to see those students for 3 straight years and watch them grow as confident little humans.
Yes, and it's really neat to see the dependent children, and we teach them all those learner characteristics to become independent thinkers, independent problem solvers, to be responsible, to be respectful. And it's neat to see them take those skills and actually use them and become, like Mr. Iddings said, more confident, more independent, more responsible. And then we see them beyond even the K-5 when I have students come back from high school to come in and help, and you see them take those opportunities to learn, to grow, and become successful in high school and beyond.
So, Mr. Iddings, what might surprise a parent or a community member about a day in the life of an elementary school student in Huntley 158?
I touched on a little bit already where it's not where we would come into the classroom and there'd be rows and you'd have your books and your notebooks and backpacks maybe. You walk into a classroom now and you won't always see the teacher right away because that teacher's not at their desk or they're not up in the front of the room teaching. They could be at a table in the back working with a small group, and you might see another group of 3 or 4 students over in the library area of the classroom working together on a book, on a project. You might see another group around a couple Chromebooks working on a research project. You won't see a typical desk and chair either. You'll see tables, you'll see bouncy chairs, you'll see wobble stools, and the students have a lot of choice with that. They can sit where they'd like, and they can choose the type of seating they want because it's what they're comfortable with, and sometimes it's how they pay attention best.
Well, I mean, I can tell you from the classrooms that I've walked through and observed, the kids not only are doing such different things than we did when I was in school, but they're so excited to share what they're learning and how they're learning, and every classroom that I walk into, the smiles on their faces, they're excited to be here, which really tells me that we've got something really, really great going in all of our elementary schools when our kids are happy learning because they're there and they're excited about what's coming. So thank you very much for joining us and providing that insight into a day in the life of an elementary school student. It was really great.
And thank you guys for everything you do for our kids each and every day.
Thanks for having us today.
Yes, thank you.
And thank you for joining us at Huntley 158 today, where it's all students always.
Until next time, when we dive into another aspect of how we serve our students.